Control New to start a new document, or you can start with the new Control N as well. Right, so you start with part. Part is the first one that you will do, and in fact, if after completing the single component you want to assemble them together, this is the assembly mode where you can gather all the parts and assemble as a product. Once you're happy with the assembly, you run the functionality test and everything. And if you want to create the single component drawing, 2D manufacturing drawing, this is the module that you will use. So in the beginning, you'll be given three choices: part, assembly, and drawing. So we will start with part. Click OK, and now you're in the SolidWorks environment. In this environment, this is the design manager tree where the tree will grow as we increase the features. These are the features that you will use. Many of them are grayed out. The first two are active. That means that if you want to extrude a part, you will select this feature, and then if you want to revolve the part, this is the one for revolve feature. Then we have got some tabs here, and each contains different options. That means that this is the feature tab and we've got sketch tab. These are the two important ones that you will use. As soon as you start the 6-step process to create the feature, then it will take you into the sketching environment automatically. You will use these different tools, the basic tools, line and rectangle and circle and so on, to develop your geometry and exit the sketch. You will get back into the feature tree. This is what we will look at in today's video, and we will develop this part. As I have said, this is a very basic one, as you all understand. So let's start with the orientation. This is the orientation that we are looking for. If you want the same orientation, you can achieve the same one as well. So select Extrude Boss base, and if you want the same orientation, you will select the right plane. But if you want different orientation, or if you just want to create the part without of considering the orientation, which will, no matter, it will not affect your construction later on. Okay, it will not affect even the assembly drastically, but it will be better if you have the similar orientation. So here I will select the right plane. So you've got three choices of the plane. I'll select the right plane, and now you're in the sketching environment, as I said. So here in sketching environment, we've got the drawing tools here, we've got editing tools here, as you can see, trim, convert entity, mirror, and sketch pattern, and so on, right? So our shape is of this kind, and you will see that this is the top part, this is the bottom part. But in SolidWorks, you don't have to worry about this. You will have to sketch as one face, okay, one side. So I will simply draw the outline of this view, which is the front view. So select line, select the origin. Always your drawing will start with the origin. If you don't start with the origin, you will face some issues later on, technical issues that you will come to know if you make this sort of mistake. So I have completed the first geometry construction. In order to come out of the line command, I will press escape, and now the second step I will do is smart dimension. So select smart dimension and identify the biggest dimension that you see on the drawing. So this is going to be 60. So select this line and enter the dimension, click it, drop it down and enter 60. Now what SolidWorks does is it will resize all the other lines that we have completed. Further on, I will put this dimension, which is 8, and I can put the height of 20 here as well. So that height is 8, and then we have got enter, and we've got another height is 20. So it's from this line to this line. So that's going to be 20. Okay, now we have got this is the size is from this vertical line to this vertical line, which is 20, from the front face to this back face of this top profile. So select the line. Look, when I'm selecting the line for putting the dimension on, I'm not picking up any midpoint or endpoint or anything like AutoCAD that you do. I'm selecting the line itself like this. I'm selecting the line, okay, and you enter 20 here. Right, now left is 45 degrees, so let's put this line, and we have got, that's the 45 degrees that we need to put. 45, enter. Still there is one dimension missing which is 10 millimeter. I will enter, I will select this line, and that's going to be 10, enter, and select the zoom to fit command, and that will give you the fully defined sketch. It should say fully defined. If it does not say fully defined, then obviously there are some dimensions missing. All the lines should turn to black. If they don't, then your sketch is not fully defined. Disadvantage of having full underdefined sketch is it might change later on while you're assembling itself. It had happened in one assembly with me. So I'm happy with this. I will exit the sketch from here, or I will exit the sketch from here. If I want to come out from the dimension tool, which is active, I will press escape, and I'm out of the dimension mode, and select exit. Now we are back into the 3D environment. As you can see, it has extruded itself. We can increase the width or the depth, whatever you call the depth, to whatever size it's given in the drawing. It says 15 millimeter. I will enter 15 millimeter here, enter, and press OK, and that's one component done. So that's our first tutorial completed. As you can see, I am revolving the part with the mouse wheel. So you press the mouse wheel, you'll be able to revolve. You roll the mouse wheel, you'll be able to zoom in and out based on where your cursor is. So if your cursor is here, then it will go out of the view. If you lose your part anytime, you will select zoom to fit, and it will bring everything back to the screen. And finally, we need to put isometric view. So go into the view menu and select isometric, select that, and that's your isometric view. Don't forget to save your part, and that's the end of the tutorial.